Nafla Foods presents
Tigernuts, our review plus nutritional benefits. Tigernuts, also called earth almonds or chufa, are a relatively new and trendy food recently introduced on a larger scale to worldwide health food enthusiasts in 2013. Claimed to be a wild foraged food source gathered by Paranthropus boisei, or the nutcracker man, the early ancestor of modern-day humans, they are frequently marketed as a paleo food. Evidence also suggests that they were a popular crop cultivated in ancient Egypt thousands of years ago. Although they are grown and have naturalized to moderate climates around the world, the nuts are native to the Eastern Hemisphere, mainly Africa, the Middle East, India, Madagascar, and Mediterranean countries in Southern Europe. They are particularly well known in Spain, especially in Valencia, as they are the original ingredient used to make horchata, or horchata de chufa, a blend of water, tiger nuts, and sweetener. What are tiger nuts? Tiger nuts come from the Cyperus esculentus plant species called yellow nut sedge. They are, however, not actually a nut, but a rather small, odd-looking tuber that grows underground from a perennial grass-like herb. Depending on the country and location, they are either considered an edible root vegetable or a type of weed that needs to be eradicated. Once established, Cyperus esculentus is difficult to control, as it easily reproduces from its tuberous rhizomes. Today, tiger nuts are predominantly cultivated commercially in West Africa and Spain. Once harvested, they are washed, sun-dried, and exported to other countries. What do they look and taste like? Tiger nuts, also spelled as one word, tiger nuts, are often packaged and sold as a dried food. They have a size comparable to hazelnuts or chickpeas. With a somewhat wrinkled and unattractive-looking appearance when dried, they can also have a ridged and sort of tiger-striped exterior, hence the name. Be warned, if you are looking for a crunchy, nut-like snack, these might not be what you had in mind. Dried tiger nuts eaten straight from the bag have a somewhat chewy texture. This is especially true for the unpeeled varieties, which can also be more fibrous to gnaw on. If you're going to eat them straight by the handful, we recommend the peeled versions as they are slightly more appetizing as a snack food. The dried tubers have a pleasant, semi-earthy, nutty taste and are very sweet, kind of like cashews. In our opinion, however, their tasty flavor is much more palatable when soaked and thoroughly blended into drinks. It is also possible to use pre-packaged tiger nut flour, which is frequently available from most suppliers. Nutritional benefits of tiger nuts. An allergen-free food source. As a rhizome or tuber, tiger nuts are notably a perfect nut and seed replacement for those with allergic sensitivities to peanuts and other high allergen nut varieties. Likewise, they are also well tolerated by those with certain autoimmune conditions, like celiac disease, as they are a gluten-free food. Tiger nuts are commonly blended and strained to produce a type of plant-based, dairy-free milk, which offers an alternative for those on a raw vegan diet or individuals with lactose intolerance. Resistant starch content. One of the often advertised benefits of tiger nuts is that they are a natural source of resistant starch. This means that after consumption, they basically bypass digestion in the small intestine and are consumed or technically fermented by microbiota in the large intestine. This essentially makes them a prebiotic to healthy gut bacteria such as butyrate-producing bacteria, stimulating bifidobacteria production in the colon and digestive tract. Resistant starch can have a mild, laxative quality, as it also acts as a source of dietary fiber. This particular element of the tiger nut, much like that of flax and chia seeds, is also reported to be good for weight loss because of its appetite-satiating qualities. In other words, a blended tiger nut shake can keep you full for longer periods of time compared to consuming the same calories from other foods. According to package labeling, whole, unpeeled nuts have about 3 times as much fiber than the peeled varieties. A 1-ounce portion size makes up about 40% of the recommended daily value based on a 2,000 calorie diet. Tiger nut nutrition. Tiger nuts are a relatively good source of the dietary minerals magnesium, iron, zinc, phosphorus, and potassium, as well as vitamins E, C, and B6. A 1-ounce serving is identified to contain about 7 grams of fat, including the saturated fats palmitic and stearic acid, as well as unsaturated fatty acids, mainly oleic and linoleic acids. While tiger nuts have some protein content, they are not a high dietary source. For example, dried tiger tubers contain about 1 gram of protein per 1-ounce serving, whereas the same amount of Brazil nuts have 4 grams, almonds have 6 grams, and hemp seeds have 10.5 grams. Top 2 or how to use. As we mentioned, we prefer tiger nuts after they are soaked and blended, as opposed to consuming them straight as a snack food, which are somewhat hard to thoroughly chew. Tiger nut milk can be made the same way you would prepare other nut milks and is an excellent replacement for dairy milk, soy, or nut-based varieties. Just remember the nuts tend to take longer to soak than other types, usually about 24 hours from our experience. Of course, the nuts are an excellent ingredient when making traditional Valencian-style horchata, a milky sweetened beverage served cold. One of the easiest ways to use the nuts is as a flour, which can be conveniently added to shakes, smoothies, breakfast cereals, vegan burgers, chia porridge, dessert recipes, or when gluten-free baking. Precautions. Tiger nuts, when consumed in excess, may cause bloating, loose stools, and flatulence, especially when eaten as a dried variety. Consult your healthcare provider when making dietary changes when pregnant, nursing, or have serious medical conditions. Thanks for watching. For additional information, as well as the best sources of tiger nuts we can find, be sure and check out the links in the description box below this video. Please like, share, and/or give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. And be sure and check out these other informational videos.